Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. And today, look, I'm gonna be completely honest. I was actually not planning to do a video today. I wasn't planning to do a video today, but because in all honesty, I thought, okay, there's nothing really a lot going on, and I know I haven't really been posting much lately because again, there isn't really much going on in Hollywood right now, or at least nothing that interests me enough to make a video about. I mean, eventually, every now and then, something will pop up, which I will sit down and actually make a video giving you guys my opinion because I definitely want to talk about this and I want to get my opinion out there. But most of the time, I think you know what, there are other people on this platform. They can pretty much discuss this. You don't really need my opinion out there on this. So I was ready to just wake up and just just relax for the day. So imagine how I felt when I woke up and I picked up my phone because I literally just woke up about a couple hours ago as I'm recording this video. I check my phone. I usually wake up, check my phone for the time. All right, what time is it? And then imagine when I saw the notifications and I see Gina Carano has been fired. Gina Carano has been fired from Lucasfilm, and apparently she's also been dropped by her talent agency. We'll get to that. Now, at first, I had to do a double take. I had to because I realized, okay, I just woke up. Maybe I misread this because that usually happens whenever you just wake up, you look at something, you think, wait, that doesn't seem right, and you check it again, you realize, oh, okay, it's not that. But no, it turns out, yes, this is indeed happening. Again, maybe. Again, I'll get to why I think that's a maybe and why I was a little hesitant to make this video at first because of something that I noticed when it comes to this. When it comes to all these articles that are being written about Gina Carano being fired, which we'll get to, don't worry. I see this and I start to think, you know what? I really thought that they weren't going to do it. I really thought, I seriously, genuinely thought that this wasn't going to happen. I thought that after considering the current climate that we're living in and how a lot of businesses have been forced to shut down, especially in Hollywood, how a lot of productions have had to shut down because, they couldn't risk it or whatever the fuck, or, basically studios are starting to lose money because movie theaters are closed. They're not making as much money there, and not to mention a lot of theaters have excuse me, not to mention a lot of theaters have shut down. And even if we get back to a time where everything will finally open up, or where we finally move past all this, even then, it's not going to go back to how it was because this thing, whatever it is, has just affected the world to such a point where it's not going to be the same as it was before all of this. So you would think that they'd be smart. You would think that right now they would do everything that they can to just try to get as little bad press as they possibly can. And yes, I did see all the things going around with Gina Carano, yesterday with that whole social media post that people have been that these cancel people have been putting around. And I looked at it, and it's as usual, it's people taking things out of context, and they're trying to make it look bad, worse than it actually is, even though it's not bad at all. Even though all these people going around trying to cancel her are pretty much proving her right. Again, you can go check it out for yourselves if you want. And it's just, I thought that it was going to be another thing that Lucasfilm was just going to ignore, that they were just going to move past because they haven't done anything yet. People have been calling for Gina Carano to get fired for months now. I forgot. I seriously lost count how many times they tried to do this. And Lucasfilm has always moved, they've never done anything about it. And I always thought that maybe someone over at Lucasfilm has gotten some semblance of common sense and realized that the people who try to get people canceled on Twitter represents a small minority of their fan base, and that it's not really something that they need to worry about, and that all you need to do is tell these people no and move forward and ignore them, and eventually they'll leave you alone, because that's essentially what they are. These people are bullies. These people are bullies, and what's the best way to deal with a bully? Well, you stand up to them. And I thought that's what was happening, but it seems like that's not the case because of what just happened. Because I wake up and I see that cancel Disney Plus is trending. And why is it trending? Well, it's because apparently, reportedly, Gina Carano has been fired. And not only fired, it seems even her talent agency, which I think is called UTA, has dropped her. Which, if this is indeed true, and I say if, I'll get to why I'm saying this as if, why I'm saying this as an if. It's all because of what happened. And again, I see a lot of this. I see cancel Disney Plus is trending, and again, I'm seeing all these people. Of course, you're gonna have the usual trolls, whatever, who cares? But most people, and again, they say that they're going to cancel, they fire Gina Carano because apparently she posted an abhorrent and disgusting tweet. Again, I checked the tweet. It's not disgusting. It's not abhorrent. It's stupid. And again, there are so many people. What they're doing now is pretty much posting. What they also do is they post Disney's hypocrisy. You know, everyone likes to pretend that Disney is this wonderful place. It's full of people who are fighting for the right cause and all that other bullshit. Imagine thinking anyone in Hollywood, any executives in Hollywood actually fighting for the right cause. And again, you see articles like this that pretty much proves that Disney, ever since Walt left, has turned into this disgusting, horrible horrible place that's being run by these disgusting, horrible people who only make themselves look good on paper, but in reality, if you were to actually look at what happens behind the scenes, you realize that not a single one of them is actually good. I mean, yeah, you're gonna have a few people there who are, good, who are just trying to do their jobs. But most people in Hollywood, especially in Disney, are a bunch of horrible, disgusting, hypocritical people. And you can see that because you can see articles like this. Look at this. Former Disney Channel actor Ricky Garcia has come forward with allegations of this against manager Joby Harte. And you can see the tweet right there. I won't say it right here because I know YouTube doesn't really like that. And again, you've got multiple examples of this. Just proving that Disney is this horrible, disgusting place, and the people who defend them are a bunch of horrible, disgusting people. Especially after you see all the evidence, which we'll get to some of them in a bit, all the evidence that Disney doesn't practice what they preach. And it's just, again, you can see a lot of people just. And here's the thing, I'm so happy I got rid of Disney Plus like a long time ago. I initially only got it to watch The Mandalorian, but I like after I watched it, like I canceled it immediately. Like I never wanted to go back. Even with season 2, I didn't even watch season 2. I just watched people talk about what happened. Like I didn't care. And when it comes to the Luke moment, I just saw the clip of it on YouTube that you usually find on YouTube. Someone always posts a clip of it, so I just went ahead and watched that. And yeah, so many people, and yeah, look at this person pretty much proving them. I'd like to remind everyone that the same Disney Lucasfilm that is firing Gina Carano for her opinions, and that is exactly what happened. Make no mistake about this. They didn't fire Gina Carano because she said something, horrible. No. They fired her because she has a political, not even political, just any opinion that doesn't line up with the Hollywood narrative. And if you, at this point, if you honestly think that that's not what's happening, then I am sorry, at this point, you are just being willfully ignorant. You are being willfully ignorant at this point, and you have basically just proven yourself to be a Disney shill. You are proving yourself to be a Disney defender. Because look at this. They had no issue reducing the size of Finn for racist China posters. Also, they endorsed an actual racist host and filmed Mulan at a Chinese concentration camp, which again we'll get to. Yeah, this is Disney. And then the Quartering posted this, and it says it took a sharp downturn when news broke. Should be interesting tomorrow, which again we'll get to in a second. And yeah, he decided to post this, and you can see the stocks in Disney starting to drop. Again, surprising no one. And then this is interesting. I thought this was funny. And yeah, it's just so many people just canceling Disney Plus. And you can see right here, Deadline picked this up, Variety picked this up. Where is it? Yeah, there it is. I don't know what the fuck happened there. And it's just Disney just once again proving themselves to be the absolute fucking hypocrites that they are. They say that they're firing Gina Carano because of, quote, offensive social media posts. Now let's just wait one fucking second right here. So you're telling me that you fired Gina Carano for allegedly offensive social media posts. That's why you fired her. Again, I looked at the social media post. It's not offensive whatsoever. Anyone with a fucking brain can tell what the fuck she was saying there. So, let me remind you, they decided to fire Gina Carano because of offensive social media posts, right? Okay, let's just go ahead and take a look at this. They decide to these are the kind of people. Let's just remind you of the kind of people that Disney likes to hire. And yet this is the same company that chooses to fire someone because of offensive social media posts. And again, based on what I'm about to show you, if you still don't think that Hollywood is filled with people who have an obvious agenda, then I am sorry, but you are just being willfully ignorant at this point. You are being willfully ignorant, either that or you are a Hollywood shill. You have pretty much proven that if you stand with Hollywood at this point. So these are the kind of people that Disney hires. A novelist, E.K. Johnson, says white women should stop ruining things. This person says white women should stop ruining things, and yet apparently has never once decided to look in a mirror. But ignoring that, these are the kind of people that are being hired by Lucasfilm. People who say shit like this. Remember Christina Ariel? Remember when she decided to, no, not this. Yeah. Christina Ariel decided to post tweets like this. White people, fucking stop it. Your racism won't save you. Your ignorance is not an excuse. Just a reminder that white women are just as complicit in the upholding and enforcing of white supremacy. Watching two white men discuss racism they will never experience will never sit right with me. Well, actually, they are experiencing it. From you, interestingly enough, Christina Ariel, white men, this is not the subject for you to try to speak authoritatively in my comments. I said what I said. The number of white women I've had do foul shit to me then blame me for being intimidating is mind-boggling. I don't want to see one more think piece written by a white person about why they think all black people will vote for Kanye West. You sound dumb. Before one more person asks me, it's because white people seem to think that black people exist as a monolith and only believe one way. They think that when one black person says something, we all feel that way. Basically, they're ignorant. Again, just posting these horrible, disgusting, racist tweets. And yet, Star Wars, or Disney, the official Star Wars Twitter account, decides to go out and officially support Christina Ariel for posting all of those horrible, disgusting, racist things. And yet this is the same company that said they fired someone. Again, if this is true, they fired someone because of offensive social media posts. And again, just more proof as to how fucking hypocritical they are. Justina Ireland, someone who chooses to go out and tells fans not to purchase their books. These are the kind of people that are being hired by Lucasfilm. This is someone who is outright telling people not to buy the product made by the company she is working for, but it doesn't matter because she is someone who lines up with the Hollywood narrative. Justina Ireland, someone who also posted this crap. I guess mediocre white men are still going to be on here bragging about their mediocrity as though it's a hilarious anecdote instead of pure assholery. So thanks for establishing that baseline early 2021. Imagine writing a 20-tweet thread about outsmarting your 9-year-old. What a waste of perfectly good carbon. Again, this is just the shit that she chooses to post. And this is interesting. This is interesting. She decided to respond to this post by Stephen King. And this is why tweet functionality doesn't work. Creators of color, women creators, and queer creators will never get opportunities as long as quality is focused on a white, masculine, hetero default as it constantly is. Again, just these outright horrible, racist shit that she chooses to post. Just these horrible, racist shit that she posts on a regular. You can just go check her Twitter account. You can see it. Although I wouldn't be surprised if she chose to delete them. And yet, let's just fire Gina Carano because she chooses to post something, but her post doesn't line up with the Hollywood narrative. And once again, not only does it line up with the Hollywood narrative, these idiots don't even realize that they basically proved her right. They proved what she said is true. And yet, let me remind you of something else that also happened. Interestingly enough, Deadline just posted this tweet on their Twitter account. The Mandalorian star Pedro Pascal is set to headline The Last of Us, HBO's high-profile series, which I guarantee you nobody's gonna watch. Adaptation of the Sony PlayStation franchise. Now, again, I don't care about this because I've stopped caring about The Last of Us ever since what happened. So I don't care who they cast. I don't care if it doesn't fit. I don't care about any of this because I don't care about The Last of Us anymore. Again, just like Star Wars, I stopped caring. And yet, interestingly enough, do you guys remember this? Sorry, here it is. Remember this? Remember when Pedro Pascal made this tweet? Interestingly enough, they fired Gina Carano because the post that she made, apparently according to what a lot of people are saying, this tweet is apparently comparing being Republican to being Nazis. Now, I want you to think about that. Even though that's not what she posted, these people are accusing her of comparing Republicans to World War II Yazis. That's why people are mad at her, and that's why they wanted Disney to fire her. And yet, where is it? Here it is. And yet, Pedro Pascal decided to post this, where he actually compared 2020 Republicans to World War II Yazis and Confederates. But Pedro Pascal is fine. In fact, he's so fine, he's so okay with Hollywood, he even gets cast in this. Pedro Pascal is fine. Of course, again, if you seriously do not think that Hollywood doesn't have an obvious narrative and why there are so many people now who are fucking done with Hollywood, why there are so many people leaving and starting their own studios because they're sick and tired of the Hollywood machine. This is why. They're sick of the hypocrisy. And of course, and again, what makes me sick is that there are people out there who are actually going to defend this. Now, again, more proof just to show you how hypocritical Disney is. Let me remind you, the whole controversy with Mulan, where it turns out with the location where they filmed Mulan was in this place right here. I'm not going to say because I'm afraid I'm going to mispronounce it, but apparently this place was apparently home to something that was very, very, very bad. Again, I'm not going to say it because I don't think YouTube's going to like it, but you can see it right there on screen. If you know what I'm talking about, then you know. If you don't know, again, you can see it right there on screen. You can pause it right now, and you can see it. It's right there. It's right there. Disney chose to film somewhere right this. And again, the only reason why they made Mulan is because they wanted to pander to China. China, who is known for not being okay with certain groups of people, an actual communist country. This is the country that Disney desperately wants to pander to, that Hollywood desperately wants to pander to, and yet they will go out and try to make themselves look like the good guys. Now, I want to just take a minute. Now, before I get to this, I just want to bring up just more proof as to why I think that Disney is fucking hypocritical. Look at this. Remember this whole thing with James Gunn back in 2019? Listen, look at this. Look at the title of this article. Disney rehires James Gunn to write and direct Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Now, this happened after they fired him. After he apparently they found out that he apparently made some let's just say he made some less than jokes in the past. Now, again, I wouldn't fire someone over jokes. Yes, they were kind of bad jokes. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I wouldn't have fired someone over jokes, and people raised a stink about it. People did not like that James Gunn got fired. And then what happened? Disney, after getting a lot of bad press about this, they decided to rehire James Gunn. They decided to rehire him to go ahead and make Guardians of the Galaxy 3. So the reason why I was kind of hesitant to make a video about this is because, well, I think I'm still gonna make a video about this because considering all the bad press that Disney's getting from this, there is a chance that they're still gonna come out and say, no, 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 Gina Carano isn't going anywhere. She's still gonna be in The Mandalorian. She'll probably be even in that new Rangers of the New Republic series, which a lot of people have rumored that it's going to be starring Gina Carano, maybe Bill Burr and some other people. I don't know. But the biggest reason why I was still hesitant to make this is because the source for all of this, the source for all this controversy that's even happening right now, all of this shit that's going on with the cancel Disney Plus, with the Gina Carano trending and all of this stuff, is because of this. It's because of an IO9 article of all things. It's because of a Gizmodo article of all things, which IO9 and Gizmodo, if you know their history, they have a history of posting false information and just being completely unreliable. They have been known to distort the truth from time to time. That's why I was hesitant to even make this video. So apparently, someone from IO9 said that Gina Carano, who plays Cara Dune on The Mandalorian, will no longer be on the show. In a statement obtained by IO9, a Lucasfilm spokesperson, now again, they don't say who this person is. This is why I was hesitant to even make this video in the first place. A Lucasfilm spokesperson, whom they do not identify, said the following: Gina Carano is not currently employed by Lucasfilm and there are no plans for her to be in the future. Nevertheless, her social media posts denigrating people based on their cultural and religious identities are abhorrent and unacceptable. They're not abhorrent and unacceptable, okay? Again, if you were to go ahead and actually look at the posts, you'll know that that's not what happened. That it's not abhorrent or unacceptable in any case. In fact, all she did was call out what's going on right now in Hollywood, or what's going on in just shit, life in general. Excuse me. This is why I was hesitant to even make a video about this in the first place. But again, if this is indeed true, if Gina Carano is indeed fired, although I do find it interesting that Deadline and Variety, and there were other, quote, legitimate news sites, the fact that they picked this up and ran with it and didn't even bother to probably check if this was indeed true, just decided to go by this alone, then it once again chooses to show you that these news outlets, and I'm using quotations, news outlets, it just goes to show you again that these people have easily been obtained by Hollywood, that these people basically work for Hollywood right now. So that's all I have to say on this. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and please click on the bell icon to let you know whenever I post a brand new video. And of course, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for joining me. As always, remember to stay safe and take care of yourselves, and join me for the next video. Bye for now.